Yes, Shreyas, you can start.
For good ideas and true innovation, you need human interaction, conflict, argument, and debate. With this, a very cheerful evening to one and all present in the meeting. Starting with today's event of budget discussion, I would like to call upon the Ministry of MSME and Textile, the Treasury Bench, Shreyash Deshpande and his team to kindly come forward and present your budget.
Good evening. I, others, along with my team, are here to present on MSME and textile industry. Over to you, Suresh.
So for MSME and textile industry, we demand a budget of 26,500 crores, in which we will demand a budget of 22,000 crores for MSME sector. In the MSME sector, the main problems faced by people currently, first is credit, and the second problem is transport. These are the two major problems, and raw materials is also a problem, which is a kind of a not a major problem, but it's still faced by people. So in the today's period, the micro and small enterprises, they are not able to come into the big large scale markets. So in order to facilitate them so that they could come into the market and they could also compete with the large enterprises, I would like to give a budget of 5,000 crores in order to create this ecosystem for them. Then again, I would like to give a budget of 2,000 crores for development of agricultural equipments and agricultural machines of high quality and of low cost, as our country comprises of 55% people in our country belong to the agriculture sector. For the next, I would like to give a budget of rupees 10,000 crores to the overall development of the village sector. So all the rural, what you can call it, in all the small and micro enterprises in the rural areas need to be developed, and they need to be given credits, and also for their credits they will need to provide them proper infrastructure. So for that, a budget of rupees 10,000 crores is given. Again, I would like to give a budget of rupees 5,000 crores to the development of medium scale enterprises. So for medium scale enterprises, we already have created that sort of ecosystem, because they have already gotten into that league of competing with large enterprises. But what the problem is, the main problem here is raw materials. The large sectors do not make it possible for them to get raw materials quite easily. So yeah, a budget of 5,000 crores has been allotted to it. And finally, at last, I would like to give a budget of 3,000 crores to giving credit, giving loans to people, the micro and small enterprises, especially the micro ones, at with less documents, because a lot of people in India do not have much documents with them. Now, for the final game, I would like to give a budget of 5,000 crores to the overall development of the infrastructure of the entire MSME sector. Over to you, Ayush, for the textile sector.
So for the textile sector, I provide a budget of 2,000 crores for the infrastructure of the textile industries, as it is lacking in our country, and the main requirement is also raw material and the infrastructure. So, and the budget of rupees 2,500 crores for silk, jute and cotton industries, as there also there is much lack in the infrastructure and as the raw material, as well as the establishment expenditure of the center for jute and cotton industries should be given a budget of rupees 400 crores.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Shreyash and the team, for presenting your budget. The textile industry was the automobile industry of the Middle Ages, as stated by Barbara. Now, I would like to call upon the opposition, Anya Jha, and the team to kindly ask the questions to the team, to the Ministry of Textile and MSME.
Hello, everyone. So you guys talked about the numbers and the budget and basically the amount. but what are the schemes that you will make? For example, the supply chain in India is very long. It takes a lot of time in the logistic, for the stocks and the finance. It is very time consuming. How will you help the supply chain problem?
So the supply chain problem, that's what we had talked about in the micro and small industries. A budget of 5,000 crores has been given to it because in the current situation, most of the small and micro enterprises uh, have a pressure. So we visited a few enterprises and we saw that they are not able to get to that scale. So a budget of 5,000 crores has been given to it so that they could develop themselves and the supply chain could modify itself in order that they could facilitate their business properly.
Talking about the logistics more, the government of India also provided an Indian logistic policy, which was recently introduced. You guys didn't talk about that. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so for that policy, rather than that policy, if people are provided with the things which they need, rather than some schemes, people should be provided with infrastructure. People should be provided with high quality, low cost raw materials, and that's what they would like more. Because in the today's situation, we need all the raw materials, we need everything for the process to happen smoothly, and we need to run the supply chain properly, and that's what our main focus is on.
So there are areas in India where some villages don't even have a pin code. So how will you deliver to those areas, those secluded places?
So yeah, so for those secluded places, we will make different communities. So all over India, we'll make various communities from a higher level to the lower level, which would facilitate this supply chain.
So about the globalization, as we all know, it at its peak now. So these enterprises will be directly competing with the high level brands or the companies who have the liberty to provide these products at a very cheaper cost. So how will you solve that?
So for that problem, we are trying to provide them high quality and cheap raw materials, and also we are trying to improve their infrastructure so they could also get to that level in a very low time.
To you, Shivani.
I have a question. So even in the present date and time, there are people living in villages who are not aware of MSME or the scheme provided by the government to help MSME. How will you make them aware about MSME?
So yeah, for this thing, we have a better idea. So for this, the government would cooperate with schools, and all the schools in our country, most of the schools in our country would conduct some various camps and awareness for all the children in our country. So they could get to know about the MSME. Once the children get to know about something, it doesn't take time for one thing to spread to the entire village.
But there are already camps and awareness. Government have
They are not
already
reaching the villages. They are not reaching the villages.
They are not reaching the villages, you say?
Yes.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Yeah, so there are with so much of data, they will register themselves for the schemes and the policies. How will you handle so much of data? Because the data breaches are very common these days, and data being sophisticated is a very big problem.
So yeah, that is not a problem which we have to face. That is a problem which is to be faced by the technical team in our department. So we'll provide them with the right infrastructure, and most of the times they have the right infrastructure. So that won't be a problem.
Actually, I want to interrupt. I also want to like a question. You say that the companies, medium and micro, they do not register themselves, and they don't even pay taxes for that.
I did not say. I did not say that they do not register themselves and they do not pay taxes.
I'm saying there are some companies, they are not registered themselves.
So yeah, that's why we had a budget of rupees 3,000 crore so that those small and micro industries could get loans easily with less documents, and they could get registered with less documents. as the documentation is a huge issue, which is faced by lots of people.
Thank you to both the teams, and your time is over now. Thank you to the Ministry of MSME and Textile and the opposition. Now